How's it going? Russell with Artisan Cutlery and CJRB. This time I have the CJRB things on the table. So let's take a look down this way. Starting with something that you might have seen. This is the Echo designed by Ray Laconico. He just put out his custom version of this knife, and we were lucky enough to talk to him and get that design as a production product, and this thing feels incredible. This one is a inset liner, has that nice opening mechanism, front flipper, thumb hole, middle finger flick, as I like. This one has contour micarta. We'll see if we do this on micarta or G10. I like this one, but because of the success of the pyrite, we decided to build one just to see what the feedback would be with full steel scales and a button lock. Thumb studs is at the hole, just a little bit different. So far, reception has been mixed because they're both pretty great. I'm a fan of both, honestly, but this is such a great EDC. I love the shape. I haven't had the chance to handle the custom Echo, but knowing Ray's stuff, the ergos on these are just super comfortable in hand, and I'm really happy with the way these turned out. And of course, the button lock on this is super smooth, but I also really like the thumb hole and the micarta. So it's a hard choice, but they are super slick. There we go. There's both of them. That is the Echo designed by Ray Laconico. Let's move on to the next pair. So let's go over this way. I got two. Just doing two different ways. This is one of the newest in-house designs from CJRB. This is the Riff. I know we kind of go with the rock motif, so I was like, all right, I'm having a hard time thinking of new rocks. What's rock? Well, maybe we can go rock music. Yeah, it's a guitar riff. So I like the name, but the idea is that it is a bit of a riff on what we've been doing, since all of our current button locks are more like EDC friendly. This is a much more robust, chunkier knife. This is kind of tactical, kind of hard use, somewhere more in the middle of what people are looking for. I do love that on this one we did a little inset of brass on the green micarta, which I think looks fantastic. This is more of a standard micarta one, just a nice flat scale with a bit of texture. This has this really big fuller right that you can use as a thumb opening or a middle finger flick opening, and I just think this is a much more aggressive, more dynamic looking product than something like the Lago or the Pyrite, which I'm into. I think this is pretty great. As size goes, it is definitely chunkier. So just compared to the Echo, you see the size difference here. This one's got full seal liners. Most of ours are inset, but that one is pretty cool. I am quite excited to see where we go with this one. I'm not even sure if we're even gonna need to change the design much unless there are any issues, because the whole production of this feels fantastic. It's very filling in hand. Really, just like it's so comfy. God, I really like the fuller we did. All right, I'll put those down. That is the Riff in-house design by CJRB. And moving on to one that I'm still working on the name for. We got these out a little while ago, and I just didn't get around to getting the name out. But this is kind of our take on a tactical button lock, a straightforward, no nonsense tactical folder. That very classic clip point shape. This one is micarta with a flipper. This one is nicely, if you can get in there, This one is very much milled out on the inside to reduce the weight, and the action on this is just nice, buttery smooth. And that 3.5-inch blade is just enough for a lot of harder tasks compared to something like the Pyrite. And then we did this version, which was my personal favorite. No flipper with a finger choil. And then of course these skeletonized steel handles. This is not what I would call a lightweight knife, but it certainly is not as heavy as a full slab of steel. I find this to be very comfortable in hand. It's very satisfying to hold. And with the cutouts and the chamfering here, this actually fits comfortably in the hand. It doesn't feel like it's going to be slidey like you would expect with a steel frame. So I am very much into these. Both of these, actually all these models are coming out in RPM 9 because we want to make sure that we are repping our preferred steel of choice that we designed. And I am just really happy we have to offer. We're taking these button lock models and really kind of running them and making them something a little bit different than what we're seeing normally in this industry. Most of these button locks are more EDC focused. We wanted to take them and just move them a bit more in a few different directions. And so far, we're really happy with it. And I think these are just really nice and really well done. So I'm happy to see us getting some more in-house designs out. And of course, happy to see something from Ray. So that's CJRB this year. Thank you so much for checking it out.